guys? Welcome back to the Brown Space Podcast, episode number 21. I'm Jeremy,
And I'm Ryan.
and let's get right into it. Nothing really NFL news.
Well, Brandon and I officially requested a trade.
Yeah, but you knew that was coming, right?
Yeah,
I've seen
I mean,
teams though, like San Diego. I thought I saw.
yeah, it's mostly all NFC teams
Yeah.
interested in him.
So
But, he can request a trade, but they're probably not going to trade him this year. Just rather let
yeah,
him
but I
walk.
mean, if a
But
person requests a trade, you don't want that
yeah,
person on the
I mean,
team.
yeah, they should trade him because
Yeah,
they can get a lot for him probably, or a good amount for him,
yeah.
or re-sign him. But yeah,
No,
we'll see.
he's
There's
already requesting a trade. I don't know if he's going to want to resign.
It's a thing. Plus, it's already
Yeah.
so close to the cap. There's so many guys they signed and need to sign. So Brock still needs to get extended. So it's going to be. He
Yeah,
probably won't be around much longer.
I would say move them and move on. So,
Yeah,
uh, yeah, other than that, I mean, I guess what, another month or so? I guess they
just a little
or
over a month. I think it's
yeah.
September like
So
6th or
yeah,
16th or something like that till
yeah.
football's back.
So,
So yeah,
so coming quick. So, uh, NBA news, still some movement. Saw Russell Westbrook going to Denver.
yeah, going to Denver. Yep, officially
Pat
going to
Beverly
Denver.
going to Israel.
Yeah, he's going to Tel Aviv. I think
Yeah,
BC.
geez.
Yeah,
Can't
little
pick up a
movement.
team in the States.
I think it was the antics. I think that basketball to the fans thing kind of discouraged. Plus, he's 36. He's older, so I think that kind of discouraged people.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
yeah, no
um,
Pat Bev.
what else NBA Summer League going on? Do you even watch any of those Summer League games?
No,
Uh,
not really.
I can't watch it.
It's
So,
not. It's not very indicative of the rookies. I mean,
but I
what the
would
number?
say that some of those rookies need to have a good Summer League.
Yeah.
Like
Well, yeah. It's
Bronny,
a lot of it's the
Bronny can't
travel.
go 0 for,
No. Yeah. He had a
you
bad
know,
first 2 games. Yeah. It was.
yeah. I mean, like what was one of his stats? Through 4 games, 26 minutes, 22.6 field goal percent,
Yeah.
0 for 15 from three, 4.3 points per game, and a plus
Yeah.
minus of a 38.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. He had a bad start.
um, I think last night, or was it the night before, he had a pretty decent game.
Yeah,
But I
last two
think
games he's been.
some of those players that, you know, I think have to, produce. And
Yeah.
so otherwise, I guess you're just going to G League, I guess, right?
Yeah. Still, it's
So,
just not. I mean, like, what the number 2 overall pick for I think the Wizards? He shot like over 15. He didn't make a field goal.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
it's G League. I don't know. I don't watch it.
So, yeah, I don't watch it either.
No.
MLB, what do you got for MLB? All-Star
All-Star
break?
break? Yeah.
All-Star. Did you watch any of the home
No.
run derby or the All-Star game at all?
I
Or
heard the home run derby wasn't very good. Not very entertaining. Um.
I was watching the W instead. So, I mean, I just wasn't into the whole. I haven't watched the home run derby in years, and I haven't watched the
Yeah.
All-Star game in probably years too. So
Yeah.
it's not. I don't know.
There's not
You
enough
know.
incentive for us to really watch it, even though
Yeah,
viewership was up this year. Um. Surprisingly, but yeah, there's just no real reason for anybody to watch it. It's nothing entertaining.
yeah, yeah. Um, W. What do you got for W? Their All-Star break is right
Yeah, they're
now.
on break
They
right
got the
now.
skills challenge right now, and then
They have the
tomorrow they've
Olympic
got the
break
yeah
coming up soon too.
they're off for
Next week.
like 32 days. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So I mean, not a whole.
what
They're
do
in
you got
season
for
right
Rookie
now.
of the Year so far for the W?
Yeah, it's been a hot topic. It's still Caitlin Clark. I don't see
That's
how
right.
it's
I
anyone
still
else.
think it's Caitlin Clark, and I still
Yeah.
think, and I know we differ on this, but I think assists way heavier than rebounds
Yeah, we do
because I mean
differ on that. I don't think
because Caitlin
they're
Clark
comparable.
was a couple games ago when she was at home. and she was trying to break, and she could, well, not trying, but she could break the Fever assist record. She
Yeah.
probably could, well, I think it was like 13. She probably could have had 17, but there was four horrible missed shots.
Well, even in the game where she had 19, she
And then
probably could have
even
had
with 19,
30.
she probably could have had, yeah, at least 20 something, you know. I mean, I just think it's way harder because I mean, there's a reason why Lexi Hall is in the corner wide open
Yeah.
because she can't make it, right? So
Yeah.
you pass it to her twice and she bricks them both, you
Yeah.
know. But I just think that you're relying on another teammate to finish that play.
Yeah.
It's just way tougher than you grabbing a rebound. That's
Uh,
where I see it. Is that rebound? That's strictly on you. An assist, there's someone else that's involved in it.
the way I see it is what she gets blitzed on offense 50% of the time. Usually somebody open. Usually makes it easier to assist. When you're going up for a rebound, there's usually bodies in the paint to get rebounds. So that's the only thing. But that's why I think not one's easier than the other or harder than the other. Uh, they're both they're both equally difficult and just as important to your team.
Yeah, but everyone can get rebounds. Like I think Fever had three people, like Melissa Smith and Aaliyah Boston, all had double doubles last game. They all had 10 plus rebounds. You
Everybody
know,
can get assists too.
so that is not true.
That is true. Especially when you're getting blitzed, somebody's open.
Especially when there's bad people on your team that can't shoot.
I'm not I'm not discrediting it. I'm just saying
I think
that
you
it is
are.
not hard. No, I'm
I
just
don't
saying
think
it's
you're
not
weighing it the
harder.
same.
No, I think you're misinterpreting how difficult it is to get a rebound when there's 3 6 foot something centers in there.
But you're also being guarded 94 feet away from the basket, trying to dribble up the court and trying to find someone while you're getting, guarded heavily, right? If not
Right,
double teamed, and
right.
you're
And
getting
when you're
double teamed.
so what
So
happens when you get
you got
double
to try to,
teamed?
but you got to try to find someone. It's not like you're getting double teamed rebounding,
I know. Yeah, that's
and
not
you
true either. You are getting double team rebounded.
you got two people, tall people in there on that team, and Cordosa doesn't even get as many rebounds as Reese does. And I'm
Yeah,
not
because
saying
she's
Reese
pulling
doesn't
them
do
all
a good
down.
job, but I mean
Yeah,
Cordosa, I think she should be getting more points, more rebounds. To be
yeah.
honest with you,
But that's the
um,
other thing. It's like she doesn't try hard enough to get it. It's also about those people who go after the ball harder.
but what
You know?
about the stat padding? You think they're stat padding on the rebounds and the
Yeah,
points?
I think every player stat pads. But
But you can't.
it's also
Can you can't really stat pad an assist.
no, but
I
you can
mean,
stat pad
I guess you
points,
can
and you can
instead
still
of going
stat pad
for a
assists.
layup. I
Yeah,
guess you could pass it off to Leah Boston and then hope that she makes the layup. You
yeah.
know, but
Anybody can. Everybody stat pads. It happens in the NBA. It happens in all sports. You're not supposed to. Nobody likes it. You're not supposed to really do it, but who
yeah, but
cares?
when like Kennedy Carter has the ball and there's only 7 seconds left and everyone's pretty much you know waving it off, and she has a
Yeah.
clear shot to the bucket where she could just go, or they could just dribble it out. But instead, she passes it into Angel Reese so she can get her free throws.
Yeah, but we see that when we're watching NBA games
Well, I don't like it in the NBA either when they're
when guys stand away
bouncing it
for the
off
triple
the.
double and go get a
Yeah,
rebound.
sure.
It's
I don't like that either. You know,
yeah,
it's not. It's not like in
I know.
the.
It
It's not
doesn't
like
matter.
MLB where a guy's missing a triple for the cycle. You're not letting them just run it. I mean, you're holding the
No, no,
ball.
no,
You
no,
know,
no, no. That's the only sport where you can't do it because it's so uncontrollable. Yeah, you can't do stuff in baseball.
but even like probably touchdowns. If guys. It's not like
Yeah, guys stat
the
pad
law.
football. Yeah.
You think like the DBs are just kind of like letting the wide receiver go
No, but
just
I'm
so they can
saying
score a touchdown?
no, but you'll see times when guys are on the goal line and rather than just sneaking it in, they hand it off to the running back, or they'll go and pass it rather than handing it off, and they could have just ran it. There's something like that. there's like stat padding aspects of it. Obviously, it's still guarded. It's just like in, basketball, they're still being guarded and playing against people, but there's clear
Yeah,
better
I
alternatives.
am anti stat padding. That's
I'm
just
not.
bad. It's just push league to me. I mean,
Yeah, I don't really care.
you know.
I've been watching it
So
for so long.
so Caitlin Clark and the Fever have combined 24 home and away attendance, 409,000, and this was early in the week, so it's missing I think 2 games. Season WNBA record, and not even and this was not even at the All Star. They've already hit the record for attendance, home and away. So
Yeah,
pretty big deal there. So I still think Caitlin is the. I mean, she's got the triple double. She leads in assists. She's breaking records with assists. She's
yeah,
doing her double doubles, which I think are tougher. Um, and then I think Fever have I think 1 game better in the standings still. So they'll
yeah. They're
probably
both
both
pretty.
look like they're going to make the playoffs, like the number 7 and 8 seed. But yeah. Um, but have you seen Angel Reese jump? She doesn't
Her
really
jump.
jump. She can't.
No.
Yeah, you got to check out a video of her jumping because I've seen like people do podcasts and um, people talking about her game and all that, and
Yeah,
she gets like maybe 2 inches off the ground.
yeah.
She, yeah,
There's a
it's
lot of girls
weird.
like that.
Yeah.
They just don't jump very
Um,
well.
but as many rebounds as she gets,
Yeah, you're grabbing boards like that.
you know.
It's
But yeah,
with
I
no
don't
vertical.
know. Yeah, so I mean they're Olympics getting ready, so yeah, they're off for like over a month right now. So
Yeah,
so they get a little break. So um little tennis last week, Wimbledon,
yeah. Wimbledon happened.
Carlos.
Carlos won again.
Yeah.
Repeat at Wimbledon against Joker.
Yeah.
Dominant against Joker
Wow.
too. Straight sets. So
Yeah.
that was pretty impressive. Um, and, uh, I'm forgetting her name. Who won women's Wimbledon too? That was her first one, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was good. There's two kind of underdogs too. Neither one of them were expected to be. I can't remember the names of like, but yeah, it was good tennis. It was entertaining
Yeah.
tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, good play.
Golf. What do we got for golf? We got the Open going on right
Yeah, it's
now. A lot of
it's
big
it's
names that aren't playing this weekend.
oh yeah, it's ugly out there.
I
It's
mean,
definitely ugly
did
out
you
there.
did you see what they were saying about like obviously it's 18 holes, but it's like 3 different 6s, like 3 different courses. You got the first 6 that's maybe going against the wind. The
Yeah.
second 6 is kind of in the middle where you can score, and then the last 6 is with the wind. So
Mm.
it's playing like 3 different courses almost. So
Yeah. I think they had
um,
like 30-mile-per-hour winds today too.
yeah,
At some point, like it was
wind and
crazy.
rain, and so I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, it's just
pretty
Shane
treacherous.
Lowry.
Yeah,
So,
Shane Lowry.
but yeah,
Yeah,
Tiger out.
yeah.
I don't know if
Tiger Roars, Bryson.
Roy, Bryson, um, Ludwig, Tommy. There's
Yeah,
some Tom Kim. There's some big names that aren't playing this weekend
Hideki.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But
Big names.
like Phil made the cut, Brooks and um, Dustin Johnson. They're playing. So
Max made
you
it.
know,
Um,
Rob.
yeah, Rob,
So
big bounce back. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, not a lot of big names. So or not
Scotty's still
a lot of big names. Yeah, Scotty's what 3 shots back, 2 shots
there.
back,
He's still flirting with it.
and
He'll be
fourth.
around.
So yeah.
He'll be
So he's he's hovering. So what about Colin Montgomery's comments about Tiger?
Yeah, it's dumb. It's
Really?
dumb. Yeah, I mean, he's probably right, but he shouldn't be the one saying it. He's got no right saying it. If
But he's
somebody
right.
like,
But he's
yeah,
not right.
he probably is right, but he's got no right saying it. And I like Tiger's response. He's never even won. He doesn't even know anything about it.
True.
So It's just like the Taylor Gooch thing. If you
But
don't win,
Tiger's response would have been better by making the cut and actually competing.
well, yeah. But like we said,
When
he didn't play
when
a
you're
whole lot
playing
worse than
when you're
some of
playing
these other guys.
when you're playing 4 tournaments and you're playing 8 rounds in 4 tournaments because you can only
Yeah,
play Thursday, Friday, and you don't make it to Saturday, Sunday, it's just what are you doing?
yeah, no, it's not great. But
You know,
also, like I said, it's not worse than what some of these other guys did. Not a whole lot worse than some of these. Rory had a horrible weekend, and
you know,
he shouldn't have. Um, there's
he probably needed this more than anyone, right?
who roars.
But yeah,
Yeah, he should have.
but
He was my biggest disappointment. Him and
he said
Bryson were my
after
two big
he said
disappointments.
after the
Yeah,
14th hole, he was already wondering where he's going to go on vacation next week. So,
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
mean,
Because after Rory was probably my biggest disappointment because I thought he would bounce back, and he nedeed to bounce back after that
yeah, I
drop
think he
in
kind
the
of
U.S.
needed to
Open.
bounce back. Just
Um,
psychologically, he needed to bounce back.
yeah, Bryson was disappointing for me because he's just been riding hot. But Link's rowdy weather golf is
Yeah,
not good for
I
Bryson.
just, yeah, I mean,
He's never going to play well in that kind of in
yeah,
those conditions in that kind of course. So I didn't really when I saw what the conditions were, I wasn't expecting him to play very well. So
yeah,
yeah, I was probably more disappointed with Rory, especially because he's you know from
yeah.
Northern Ireland. He's familiar with those kind of conditions in that course, and he's been playing well and was right there at the U.S. Open.
But
Um,
you're pretty much out of it probably after the first day, right? I mean, you knew Tiger wasn't. I mean,
well, I mean, not necessarily because like DJ was at like +5 and he battled. Rombo didn't play very well first day. He battled back, but
yeah,
it just
but even then,
depends. Some of
I
these
knew
guys
Tiger
that teed
wasn't going to
off,
go. He wasn't going
no,
to go 66.
no, 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 no. He also teed off.
So
It also depends on when you tee off too. If you got
yeah,
that early, late
yeah. If
morning
you can
kind of,
go early, yeah,
if you go that time, you're in a bad slot. So, um, yeah, it just kind of depends. But no, going back to Colin Montgomery, yeah, he's probably right. I don't necessarily disagree with what he says, but he shouldn't be the one saying it. It should
mm.
come from somebody who is creditable enough. Like Phil, if Phil said it, I would probably be more
I don't
tolerable
think
of
Phil
that.
would ever say it. You
No,
know
that's
who
the other
needs to
thing too.
probably say it?
There's
Jack needs to probably say it.
if Jack said it, that would make more sense too. But it's also like
Yeah,
there's also a class aspect too. You're a former player, you shouldn't be talking about other players that are still playing, especially when you did not.
yeah. Like I don't think Jack would come publicly out and
No,
say,
like there's
you
a
know,
class aspect to it too. Um, it's
um,
just like when people were playing basketball, Kobe didn't tell Mike that he should retire. It's there's just certain things that I just don't approve of other players talking about other players in that regards. Um,
yeah. But sometimes people just on too long. Like, Michael was holding on to, Kobe was holding on too long. It's like,
absolutely,
you know,
absolutely,
I mean, LeBron's still producing, so, but I mean, he's getting up there. I mean, a couple more years, and I don't know, you start dropping
yeah,
down. But he hasn't dropped much, but I mean,
no,
you know, once he scores 10 points a game or something like that, then it's
yeah,
like, yeah, you know, maybe it's time to move on.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, tough for those guys. But the other thing though is like Tiger and those guys have at least an alternative. Like LeBron, once
Yeah,
you're done with basketball, you're done with basketball.
right,
Tiger can go to the senior tour or the champions tour or whatever and play, 3 days a week or whatever. Or he could have gone to live and played, 3 days a week or whatever.
right.
Um, but at least they have more than just the regular PGA. They still have life after that they can still compete and play golf.
Yeah, and it's
So
less physically demanding and stuff like that
yeah,
too.
yeah.
These other sports, but
So
yeah.
I saw a thing on so while we're talking about golf, and it was on I think it was like on Instagram. So Mizuno offers you 500,000.
Hmm.
Callaway offers you 200,000. TaylorMade offers you 100,000.
Hmm.
Which one are you taking?
Probably the one with the money. even though I'm a TaylorMade
Take
guy,
the
I'm
Mizuno.
probably taking the money. Yeah, it's not like Mizzo's are bad clubs. They're pretty good clubs.
400,000 more.
Yeah, I'm taking the money. But if I was an athlete, then I would take what I probably hit best, or what I prefer, what looks best. Because I'm already getting
Yeah,
paid money. But as standard people, we're going for the money. It's
that's what I'm
crazy.
thinking too. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Another golf one I got for you. You see, 20% of players never break 100.
Really?
45,
That's
45% break 100. 29% break 90. 5% break 80, and 1% break 70.
yeah. Some of those make sense. I'm surprised by the amount that how high that percentage of people that don't break 100.
That never break
Um,
100.
yeah,
Yeah, but
kind of
also
surprised by
you
that.
figure the average, distance for an amateur golfer on a drive, I think is only like 230. I think it is. You know,
Yeah.
so it's I can see that. So, and then one more golf thing: 10 best states for golf. Can you name them?
10 best. One Florida,
Yep,
two
yep.
California.
That's number three. But yeah, they're up there.
There's
Yep,
three.
yeah,
Well, Florida, California, Arizona,
yep. That's one, two, three. Yep.
Oregon. Oregon on there?
No,
No. Okay, so it's got to be South, maybe. Georgia?
no.
Hmm,
You're close though, but no.
close.
Your
So New
sister lives
York,
there.
South Carolina. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. South Carolina. Uh,
New York is
I
at
can't.
number 9. Yep,
Is New York on there? Wow, kind of
yep.
surprised me.
Number
Okay,
9. Yep.
New York's on there. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. I couldn't imagine Utah.
No,
I can't
I was
imagine
kind of
Utah.
surprised. I thought maybe Utah too, just because the state above where your sister lives.
No, North. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
there you go.
It's on
And
there.
so there's four more. Four more.
Hmm.
Three of them are in the Midwest, and one is on the westish, close to Utah.
West East Coast of Utah, Colorado,
Yeah, it's number 10.
Colorado,
Yeah.
and
So
then
there's three in the
Midwestish.
Midwest. Yep.
So Ohio, Illinois,
Yep. 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 One more.
and is the obvious one Iowa.
No,
No, I didn't think so.
I can't give you
Indiana.
a hint. No,
Hmm. Still Midwest though. Is it like? Is it probably more north? Uh, uh, Wisconsin, Montana. No, Montana's not really Midwest.
Midwest.
I don't know. What's the last one?
Go blue.
That doesn't help me. Go blue.
Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, Michigan.
There you go.
I was
Yeah,
thinking like
Michigan was
Wolverines.
number 6. Well, that's
Really? I'm
Michigan
surprised by
Wolverines. Yeah, yeah. So I thought that was interesting. So uh, yeah. So let's golf. Anything else golf wise? Yeah, I mean,
that.
I just whether you think he was right or wrong, I think it's probably the right statement. And
No, I think
if
it's
he's gonna
true.
if
Yeah.
he's gonna play, for the next 11 years or whatever he's got for it until he's 60. I mean, I guess it's his choice. He can go and play 2 days a week, Thursday, Friday, and you know go back home Saturday, Sunday, or whatever. What about Ryder Cup? Are you surprised about? Did we talk about this last time or not? I don't remember
I
if
don't
we
think so.
talked about Ryder Cup.
We actually
So
did
what
not.
about Ryder Cup?
I was surprised that Tiger turned it down.
So was I. I thought that was an automatic. I
Me
thought
too.
that,
And I thought that
especially
was the right
after
person to go
after
after. Yeah.
last year from Zach Johnson, I thought
Yeah.
for sure, it would have been Tiger Woods.
I thought it had to be. Um, but I like the Keegan Bradley pick. He deserved to be on the
I like
team
I like
two
the
years ago.
pick, but he deserved to be on the team last year. Yeah,
Yeah, he deserved to
he
be on the
should have been on
team
the
2 years
team
ago. Um,
or 2 years ago.
and
Yeah,
he's a hell of a player, and he's got the experience. So
yeah, yeah.
I do think that was probably the next best pick. But yeah, I'm surprised by
But
Tiger.
do
I'm
you like
surprised he
people
turned
that
it down.
are still playing versus people that aren't playing?
Uh,
I mean, I guess he could be a player coach
yeah, it doesn't
because
really matter
that's what they
because
kind of threw that to Rory, right?
and Rory
About being a
said no, you
player
can't do
coach.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think you could, but
So
I also could understand not.
that's why I kind of thought was kind of surprising about the Keegan Bradley is like, so are you automatically saying that he's not going to make the team, so you're making him a coach, or was that a sorry about 2 years ago when you should have made the team, so we're going to make it up to you? But what would you rather do as a player? Would you rather play in it or coach it?
Well, I'd rather play in it. If I'm still a player,
Yeah, that's
I'd
what
rather
I
play
would
in
think
it.
too. Is like
But he,
so
I
to
mean, he can still play in it if he wants to.
so to me, I would be like, so wait a minute, you guys are wanting me to coach, and I'm obviously I'm your second choice because you guys went to Tiger. I understand that, but I'm Plan B. But are you saying that I can't play in it? I'm not good enough to play?
I don't think so. That's the case at all. I think he could still play if he wants to, because I think he gets the opportunity to choose, and he could very well choose himself. When Tiger did it, he played, and he
Yeah,
was
and
one of
that's
the
the thing.
captains. He wasn't
Yeah,
the captain, I don't think,
you
but
just got to have other, you got to have the Freddie Couples and the Marco
yeah, you gotta
Mares
have
and
guys around. Yeah,
all those other guys, kind
yeah.
of floating around and doing other stuff. But yeah, I thought it was weird that I thought maybe it was an automatic assumption that he wasn't going to make the team again.
No, I don't think so.
And
I
it's like,
didn't. I didn't view that as that. But I did see it as kind of like a makeup for not bringing him in 2 years ago. I do think it was
yeah,
partially part makeup, but he should have been in it then, and I think he deserves it now. So
yeah, yeah. And it's not like he hasn't been on it before. I mean,
no, yeah, he's done it
so
before. Yeah,
yeah, so it's not like he doesn't have the experience, and you know, definitely. Um, so here another one for you. Sports, the biggest choke jobs in sports history.
choke
Okay,
jobs like
choke jobs as in collapses.
okay,
So 2004 Yankees blowing a
yeah,
3-0 lead to the Red
3-0.
Sox.
Yeah.
Okay, or Rory missing a 4-foot putt on the 18th for the 2024 U.S. Open, which was a
Mm-hmm.
tricky putt. But
Mm-hmm.
2016 Warriors blew a 3-1
Mm-hmm.
NBA Finals lead to the Cavs.
Mm-hmm.
2010 New York Giants blew a 28-7 lead to the Eagles
The
in Week
Eagles, yeah,
15 and missed the playoff.
yeah,
2016 Falcons blew a 28-3 lead
Pats,
in the
yeah,
Super Bowl to the Patriots. 2010 Boston Bruins 3-0 blew a 3-0 Eastern Conference semi lead to the Flyers. Greg Norman blew a six-stroke lead on Sunday
yeah.
at the 1996 Masters. Which one do you think is your biggest choke job?
Um, for me, I would say either Yankees, Falcons, or um, Warriors. I think those. Greg Norman could also be up there too. Six strokes is
Oh,
crazy.
I mean, six strokes
Yeah. Uh,
to blow it.
six
I mean,
strokes
obviously,
is crazy, but it's
someone else is,
golf is
behind you
so
playing, but yeah.
yeah, golf is
But
so
six strokes at the Masters. You have a six-stroke
yeah.
lead at the Masters.
But it's not like it was six strokes with six holes or something. It was
No, yeah,
entering the
yeah,
final round.
yeah,
Guys. Yeah, I don't really know what happened, but obviously we've heard about it. That's kind of a historic thing. But guy could have a day and you shoot even par and you're screwed all of a
yeah,
sudden.
yeah.
So um, I think those other three that I named, those are set.
The Falcons with
Dude,
the 28
this
to
one
3 lead.
going
That
to the
is just,
second round too.
oh,
You had 24
yeah.
30 minutes left. Yeah, it's such a
And I'm with you on the Yankees. A 3-0 lead.
yeah.
You have a 3-0 lead. You
You
just
just
need to
got to
win
close
one
out
out of
one.
four games.
Yep.
You can't win one out of four. And then
Yeah.
same thing with the Warriors. I'm with you on that.
Same thing with the
2016
Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah.
You have a 3-1 lead. You just got to win one out of three.
That was the 73-9 Warriors too.
So
They were the best team
yeah.
of all time until
So
then.
But yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, geez, that's pretty bad. So,
Yeah, there's some bad ones on there.
um, what else you got sports wise? Soccer news.
Yeah, Copa America finished.
That's
Euros
done.
finished.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, those were two huge tournaments. They were great tournaments.
Spain? Who won that? Who
Yep,
won?
Spain won the
Yeah,
Euros,
Spain,
and
right?
Donovan,
Yeah.
first team to ever win all 7 games they played, including group stage. So that had never happened before. Argentina went and won. They've now won 2 Copa Americas and 1 World Cup in the last 3 major
Mm.
international tournaments, that's legendary. That puts them right next to old Spain, what they used to do.
And men's USA team is looking for a coach.
Yep, they're currently looking for a coach. They've already been turned
Yeah.
down by one. Jurgen Klopp, big coach. That was the dream coach. Already got turned down by one. And we'll see who the next best thing is going to be. But it's not just coaching's huge in soccer, but the players aren't good enough. Um, it's as simple as that. When you don't have
Right.
the players, you're never gonna be at these higher level nations. Um, so, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
You never see like ex players coaching on that.
You do.
Do you?
Oh
Why
yeah,
not get
yeah.
like Alexi Lawless or Landon Donovan or something like that to coach or something like that? I don't know.
Mm, it's just
You know,
well, that's the other thing is like you're gonna bring in other Americans that failed. You know, I don't know if
well,
that's
what
the
are you
idea.
doing now? Are you going to bring in some other guys? You know,
No, they need to go after somebody like I mean they went after Jurgen Klopp. He's a former player. He played Zinedine Zidane. These are like all around overall just the greatest coaches to ever do it. You can't be going
yeah.
after just former players or a bunch of nobodies. You need good coaches, quality coaches that will change the program. But
But
it's
like you're
it's
right.
the
I mean, it's the
U.S.
players too. It's just you
Yeah,
don't
it's
have
the
the players and
U.S.
you got the best coach. It doesn't matter. So
Exactly. U.S. men,
yeah,
United States in terms of men's soccer, they've never prioritized it, and that's why we suck all the time.
yeah,
So, uh,
yeah.
but yeah,
No, I
that's that.
agree. What else you got for sports wise?
I think that's it. I think that
That's
covers
it.
it.
Okay.
All right.
You want to hit entertainment before we hit our last segment? Entertainment. What do you got for entertainment news? Twisters comes out today.
Yep. Twisters came out today. They had their big premiere.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner's
Horizon.
his Horizon. Yeah, the second movie got yanked from theaters, so that
Really?
won't be coming. Yeah, because the first one did so bad at the box
No.
office. Yeah, which sucks because it's a passion project. He funded it himself, directed it, wrote it, starred in it.
Do you think anything had to do with him leaving Yellowstone? Fans are pissed off about that.
Uh, Probably in some way, but it's also it's a tough genre to do for those
Yeah, but I mean,
length of
Yellowstone's
movies.
so popular, and so
Yeah,
I
but it's
mean,
more, it's modernized. If you go the Horizon,
yeah. I mean, you're
that's
going back.
Western as it gets.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a dying movie genre, I would say. And then also the fact that it was supposed to be released in 4 parts. You made basically a TV show for movies. That's tough to attract that kind of audience because it's
So
going to be
only one
dry.
one episode or one part came out, and that was it.
Yeah, the other ones are scrapped. Yeah, which sucks because
Oh man.
for movie industries, you want people's passion projects out, the self-funded, the small indie films. You
Yeah.
want those to do well and be released. But this one, it just didn't work out. But
What about speaking of Western Rust? Alec Baldwin
yeah, yeah, yeah.
dismissal.
So yeah, got this
Um,
dismissed.
I mean, it's still sad, but I mean, it's just yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
It's
sad and
you know.
it's unacceptable. It should have never happened.
Well, I
There's
don't
absolutely
understand
no.
why was there even live ammo on there anyway on the
That's
scene.
the thing. It should have never been like that. It generally, especially now after things that happened with like Brandon Lee and stuff like that, studios devote so much time and attention to making sure when there's firearms on set or replicas of firearms, whatever it is, that they
Yeah.
are, completely handled with care. That there's nothing, there's no real ammo. That they're basically completely supervised and watched at all times. Nobody besides the person who's overviewing the weapon and then the actor or actors are even supposed to touch the weapons. Um, it's it's just like
Well,
a
and
handful of
I get
people.
I
So
get the whole weapons because I mean you get there's a bunch of shows that whether it be SVU or CSI
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah. No, yeah.
NCIS and all that. But I
There's
mean,
always going to be guns and stuff like that on
why
set.
is there
Yeah,
live ammo? Why is it not just blanks? Why or
that's the thing. Yeah, it makes no
whatever. I mean,
sense.
I thought they were always blanks. I never thought there was live ammunition on a scene. So yeah, I just didn't understand why there was even live ammo there in the first place. I
Yeah, it
never
should have never
understood that.
been. Never
Um,
usually is.
so all right. What else you got for entertainment? Anything else entertainment wise?
Um, no, I think that's pretty much it.
That's it. Okay. Let's get into segment. Gotta be better. What do you got? I've only got a few. So
I honestly don't have really any.
really,
I was trying to think of some ones for soccer. I couldn't really think of any. Well, I
other
can't.
than
I
just
can't
the men's
actually.
team
Oh yeah,
in
the men's
general.
U.S. soccer team can always be better. But I guess like Copa America in general, the host of the tournament, um, there was a lot of bad activity. There was a whole crowd incident that happened in the last
Mm,
game, um, with people jumping into the stadium and trying to get in, and other people getting denied even though they paid for tickets. And there was this whole thing that was really, um, it was ugly. Should never
yeah,
happen at a major event, especially in the United States of America,
yeah,
when we are trying to prioritize soccer more and we host this
yeah.
major event and then this happens. So that should never happen. Also, just like referees and the field conditions were really poor throughout that tournament. I don't know why that's the case either. Because again, this is a major tournament. I don't know what we're doing in these situations, but that's pretty much it. I guess that's all I have.
So, I got WNBA to raise season prices double and triple next year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get that you want to raise some
Mm-hmm.
prices, but I don't think you need to do double and triple right now. Just because, you got a good class and you got some momentum. I, you know, I get that it's a business and you got to make money, but I mean, you still got to have people go to the games. And if you start jacking up those prices, they're not going to go to the games. Right
Yeah.
now, it's a cheaper alternative, and you can take a family of four and not spend $1,000. You know, so I, 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 I just don't like it. Uh, JJ Redick not coaching the summer league Lakers team. The only reason why I say it is let me finish. And there's no head coaches that coach. I mean, they're there or whatever sometimes, or they check in or whatever. But he hasn't coached a single game in his life.
Right.
He hasn't been on the sidelines for one game his whole entire coaching career, which hasn't even really started, right? Don't you think you need to get someone acclimated and maybe you know who your players are? Just get in the field, just be in there.
Yeah, but
I
that's the
mean,
thing is
I mean,
there's only
I get,
probably one or
you
two
know,
coming from that team to the actual roster.
yeah, but I just think that he needs to be on the sidelines. If he's not a head coach, then that's fine, I guess. But for you not coaching at all and
Yeah,
then
but
just
just
going to
because he's
jump
not
in,
coaching doesn't mean he's not there. Like he's still there. He's still watching. So is
yeah, but
Rob and stuff like that. But
I still think that with his lack of experience, he needs to get there and be in there. I mean, I get that he's in the league, he's in the player, he's got the player side of it, and but still, I think maybe there's some administrative things that you could learn, or whether it be drawing up plays, or I mean, he's gonna have to learn how to coach people too. So why not try to coach these younger kids right now before he gets to LeBron and LeBron's coaching him?
yeah, I disagree. Why waste your time in the summer league coaching guys who aren't going to even play for your team? Um,
Well, I didn't think you would agree with it, but I
I
just
do that for it's not just because the Lakers. I would disagree with any head coach being like that. You should be focusing on your team and your roster
yeah, but I mean, your
because
team
those
and your roster,
issues.
half of your team is on the USA Olympic team. So I mean, or
Right. Well,
two players. So
this year's
you know,
not fair,
and
really. But
that's why I say at least get you know some game time stuff, and because there's nothing going on right now, right?
right.
So um, so I think that he should be at least be there, doing something. Uh,
Yeah.
the other thing I had was Angel Reese, one for the stat padding, and then two not being at the red carpet for the All Star ceremonies. I think that's kind of a
Oh yeah.
bad
Was
look.
she not there?
No, she was in Vegas,
Hmm.
so
Was she an All Star?
um, yeah, yeah.
That's weird. She
So
just not going to the
I
All
think
Star
that
game.
I think that's a bad look. Well, no, she's playing, but she wasn't there for the red carpet ceremonies. And I get, okay, it's a red carpet, blah blah blah. But
No, but you
it's
should
not like
be there.
she's not. She's into fashion too. So I mean, if
Yeah, you
people want
should
to
be there.
know, what you're wearing, and plus two, you're a rookie, and you make an all-star team, you should be there,
Yeah, you should
right?
be there. You should be there.
So yeah.
It's
So I just think that was a bad look. Someone asked her where she was, and she said that she was in Vegas getting paid for what she's supposed to be doing. So I don't know if that means going to the summer
hmm.
league, watching summer league games with Jalen Brown and his girlfriend, but you know, I just think if you're a rookie and you make an all-star team, you
You
should
should
be
be
going
there.
to yeah.
Yeah, you should be there.
So I again, I
Plus,
think whoever's
How many Chicago Sky All Stars are there, anyways?
that was it. Trinity Carter didn't make it, so it was just her.
Yeah, Kennedy
So
Cardozo didn't make it.
no,
Yeah, you should be representing, and it's not just you. You're representing your team at these
yeah.
events too. It's MLB. Every player was there. Um,
But I think
they're ready.
I just
So
think that again, I don't know if it's arrogance, I don't know if it's whatever, but
that sounds like
she's
self entitlement to me. Unless she's
yeah,
doing actual work.
and that's what but even then, if you are doing actual work, I think you can say, "Hey, I just made an all star. You guys got to move something around or something.
Yeah, it's
You
not
know,
like
you guys
she
got
wasn't
to,
playing a game. That's your
yeah,
work.
yeah, yeah.
You know.
So whether you're doing something for one of your sponsors or whatever, I
That's
get
another
it. But
thing. I could understand that too because WNBA players are not getting crazy cash. It's not like you can
yeah,
just be passing up on sponsorships. But regardless, I would still lean more towards you need to be there representing
yeah,
yourself and your team, your red
yeah,
carpet.
I totally agree. And my last one, I didn't watch it, and I'll do a thing of it. Um, Four-time Grammy nominee
Oh,
Ingrid Andress with the national anthem.
yeah, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Horrible. How
Yeah, it
did
was
that
pretty
even happen?
terrible.
One,
Yeah, it was terrible.
someone's got to see that she wasn't capable of doing it, right? Before she gets out there. So
Not
whoever was
necessarily.
planning, you don't think someone would see that she was drunk?
Well, if somebody has an actual drinking problem, then that's kind of how they live. It's probably they probably see that she's drunk, but probably don't see that it's going to affect her in
Well,
terms of
okay,
singing.
that did it
But it
affect
sure
her?
did. It sure did.
Yeah.
It was pretty terrible.
So I mean, that was just I don't know. I mean, you got to. I mean, it's the home run derby. I get it. It's not that big of a deal, but still, it's the national anthem.
You're on a
Um,
national stage singing important
I mean,
thing. Yeah.
you got to. There's some pride, and I think whoever MLB and whoever else was running it, and as soon as they saw, they should have just pulled her and I don't know, done a pre-recording of something someone else that they had. But I
Of the
don't think
players sing, yeah. It was
I
terrible.
mean, oh, did you see their face? Some of the players, I
Yeah,
mean,
I
they're
thought
just
Bob
shaking
was
their
done.
heads.
Yeah,
It's just
it was
like,
bad.
yeah, it's like, well, what are we doing? You know.
Yeah.
So obviously she's acknowledge that she has a problem. She's going to rehab. But my point is that one, you know, there's coordinators out there. There's event people there. Someone's got to probably realize that she's probably not up to speed. So why
Yeah,
even let her go out there? So,
yeah.
um, so that's where my segment was on that. I guess there was a poll on which one was her or Fergie. I don't remember the Fergie one. Was Fergie
Really?
drunk though?
No, but she was terrible
It was
when
just a
she
bad,
did it. Oh yeah,
just a bad.
it's like considered the worst ever. And then this
So
one,
what's worse than a non-drunk Fergie or a drunk Andress? I don't know.
I would say it's got to be the drunk national anthem because it's so unacceptable to do that. You know, Fergie, it was bad, but it was bad because she tried to do her own rendition of it, um, and it didn't work, obviously. But that kind of stuff happens. You know, there's been bad national anthems before, but to have your national anthem be not only terrible, but you also were so drunk that you don't even know what you were doing, and you had to check into
Yeah,
rehab the next day. That's just so unacceptable.
yeah,
Very
I,
unprofessional.
I agree, and I think she's definitely. I think she's got to do better. The event's got to do better. The All Star committee's got to do better.
Yeah,
You know, everything's got to be better on that thing. So I mean,
yeah,
there should have been probably some research too, and said, hey, you're singing the national anthem.
yeah,
You're ready for it. Maybe a little background, check or something like that. And you know,
yeah.
if she's got a drinking problem, maybe not have her do it.
Well
I don't
they
know. You
rehearse
know,
these things too, so I don't
yeah.
understand. Yeah,
So
it was pretty
and it's not like she had to be there probably drinking, right? So I mean,
bad.
people watching her drinking and saying, "Hey, you got to do the national anthem in 10 minutes." You might want to put the jack down. I don't know. So that's what I say. There's other people around her that probably should have stopped her, but yeah, the whole
Yeah,
thing was just bad, 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 bad. So
yeah,
all right, you got anything else? That's all I had. Pretty quick segment this time. So
yeah,
you
that's
got
all
the
I got.
Olympics coming up next Friday.
Next
Olympic
week.
kickoff. So
Yep,
yeah, so that's a couple weeks. Olympic stuff going on. So
should be fun.
that'll be good. That'll be fun. Um, because I want to talk about some Olympic stuff next time about some of the sports that are in the Olympics that maybe
And some that
shouldn't be
aren't.
Olympics or
Yeah,
some aren't. Yeah. So we'll dig into that one next time. So um, have a list of what sports you think that should be in the Olympics and what shouldn't be in the Olympics.
yeah.
And we'll go over that. So, but yeah, next Friday is the kickoff in Paris. So yeah, a lot of, not a ton of sports going on other than I guess baseball between
Yeah,
now and then.
that's all we got
So
right now.
yeah, yeah. So all right, guys, that's all we got. Hit us up on those podcasts and YouTube, like and subscribe. Peace out.